All right, look, let's say there's an advanced civilization like the Anunnaki that understood that they could control reality with their mind. They could will reality to their likeness. All right, but let's say that they're flesh and blood and machine. So they're advanced. They decided to take the next leap and deviate from the flesh. And this is how they're able to live so long and do these things, right? Through technology and through being integrated with technology. But look, check it out. So if we live in a parallel, like if we live in a quantum matrix where there are parallel universes, as well as infinite amounts of dimensions, which it appears that it's an infinite amount of actual dimensions, which is creepy. But anyway, if you can become a fourth dimensional creature through technology, or even for the civilizations that may have destroyed themselves and became fourth dimensional creatures, in either event, at that point, you can travel the quantum multiplex, the multiverse, extract a bunch of information and go to different universes and basically shape them to your will. But not only that, so why are you doing this? Because you want to be immortal. You understand that, you understand that this whole life, this thing that we're calling life is infinite. So now you're able to play God in this aspect. You're able to be a God at this point. If you could go to a fourth dimensional creature, you're a God because you can travel through dimensions and you can influence the thoughts and ideas of a lower creation, especially when you can imitate a thought or idea. Now, what's creepy is how the Bible will straight up tell you that good and evil is in the hearts of men. Right? So if you could, through technology, put people to sleep, put them in a state of a trance-like state through technology, put them, you could use certain techniques like scrying and divination along with hypnosis to put people in a catatonic brainwave state where they don't even realize that they're asleep. They're basically people basically daydreaming, like sleepwalking, and they don't even know it. And because they don't do things like meditation and they're spiritually dead, they can't and won't be able to recognize where these thoughts and ideals actually come from and why you gravitate to them. You wouldn't even be able to detect that you're infected. And this is how you could become immortal. Like, and again, going back to thoughts become things. Why do thoughts become things? Because thoughts want to actually exist again. It's because thoughts want to be real. But if a thought wants to exist, if thoughts become things, then that thought wanted to be real. What was that thought in its origin? It had to have been something else. So maybe that's actually a form of hell. Man, oh my God, this conspiracy gets too deep. Maybe that's actually a form of hell where you're alive, but you're not alive, and you got to live through other creatures. But in order to do that, you got to trick and seduce and possess people to your ideals and to this thought pattern. And when you got people who understand what's going on, who might have actually encountered spirits, who might have actually encountered the Anunnaki or a different life form, once human beings become hip to this, the people ain't going to want to necessarily die, because they're going to realize, dang, we could actually do something to keep that from happening. If you can't control where you go, but you can control where you stay, why wouldn't you create a moon? Because apparently the moon wasn't always there. Why wouldn't you soul harvest through the moon, trick people from going to the next dimension, to put them back on Earth to reincarnate, just so you can continue to feed off of them? But what if feeding is not the eating of flesh, the devouring, but what if it's the possession and they feed on you? And here's the craziest part, though. This is how you know certain thoughts actually breed life and death. The thoughts of a crackhead, the thoughts of a junkie. Watch how it deteriorates their moral capacity, their spirit, their mind, what they're willing to do to get that high. It's literally a different life. It's not a lifestyle. It's not just a different lifestyle. It's literally a different life form. It's a different thought process. And it's one of destruction. Biblically, that's a demon. But scientifically, that could actually be an advanced civilization that probably messed up somewhere down the line, and they had to be transmuted into the fourth dimensional realm, the thought realm. Now, man, this gets crazy. But that's actually why I say people should fast. It's not just about food. It's from the world, bro. You got to even fast from yourself. Fast from your own ego and emotions, bro. You got to put these things to death. The more that you can stay away from TV, again, even an hour a week to assess your thoughts will slowly over time wake you up. If you could find an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, bro, I promise you, if you could really just focus, not necessarily just completely on meditating, but anything that could help you apply intense focus on one particular thing that allows you to study your mind and watch where the thoughts ebb and flow, and watch how they ebb and flow, and then assess where that thought's actually coming from, why you're holding on to it, why are you having it, like, you got to be able to assess the why, bro. And when you can assess the why, you can address the why and see what it really is. You see? Man, these conspiracies get really, really deep. In terms of good and evil, there's so many levels that we got to actually address it, because it's from the small to the super big problems here on earth. But it's all evil in my book. So I don't actually scale things as greater or lesser than. If it's evil, it needs to be attacked. Period. That's how I feel for real. No mantra, no niche. That's how I feel for real. If it's evil on any level, it should be extinguished or controlled deeply. So it doesn't actually matter if the Bible's completely accurate. Science tells you that there are higher vibrational thoughts and ideals and actions as well as lower. They also tell you that there are multiple dimensions. They also tell you that because of our flesh, we can't sense everything and see every spectrum of light. We can't sense every dimension in energy form. But it also lets you know that they got technology that can read your thoughts coming out of the side of your head, fam. Like, y'all don't think, man, they got something floating around on TikTok about the earbuds that can read your brain waves and read your thoughts. Bro, they've been had this. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. They've been had this technology, but check it out. If the elites, if the government, for example, can read your thoughts and they're aware of these fourth dimensional creatures, which they show you through movies, like, what's that Silence? It was Silence Barcelona. It was 2 movies where they was battling basically fourth dimensional creatures that would attack you if you made a noise. I forgot the name of the movies. It's not that deep, but that's just one of the many illustrations of a fourth dimensional spirit type entity that possesses people, because we are in a lower state and all they got to do is trick us. And then one of the craziest things is it actually shows you in those movies that they put you in a state of hypnosis, fam, which is exactly what they're doing with these black mirrors and crystal balls, fam. And they tell y'all the future of what's to come. War's coming. X-Men 2 is coming out in 30 days. Man, these are premonitions. This is divination. This is scrying, bro. This is hypnotism. Seriously. And the only question we got to ask now is if the aliens are doing it or if it's just demons. But I'm willing to bet that these aliens are demons and these demons are aliens. They're one and the same, fam. It's all the same thing. It's crazy. But next time you have an evil demonic thought, really question where that came from. I'm gone.